What's trucking, y'all? It's your guy Naze, just trying to give tips and strategies while trying to avoid tragedies. In today's video, I'll show you how to adjust your brakes on the slack adjuster. So on the front, you're gonna need a 11 millimeter. On the rear is 14 millimeter. On the rear, I'll do that a separate day because you're gonna want to have it in neutral and chalk the wheels so that the brake's not on, and I'm on an incline, so I can't do that today. So basically you just have to right here inside, you'll see I already tightened mine. There was a little gap between the rotor and the brake shoe. I already tightened it. Now you can see it's nice and shut there, but there was a little gap. So what you do is, once you turn this clockwise, I already tightened it. I'll show you on the other side though. Once you turn this clockwise all the way till it can't turn no more, then it's gonna fill that gap, will be shut. And once you fill that gap, once you tighten it all the way, you're gonna wanna unturn it a half a turn, so that way it doesn't lock up on you or anything. So once you have it meet the drum and shoes together, once it's tight, do a half a turn. So my wrench is here. You're gonna want to have it go back half a turn, so from this side to right here. So I'll try to, it's a little hard to do it while recording, but so that's almost a quarter. So 1 second, I'll show you the full turn here. So as you can see, that's a half a turn. So it was over here, so I turned it counterclockwise all the way back, half a turn. So I let it off half a turn. That should be good. And I'll do the same for the other side. Alright, so this is the passenger side. Before I start tightening this side, I'll show you it does have a little gap. It wasn't as bad as the driver's side, but I'll see if you'll be able to tell the gap, and then I'll tighten, then you can take a look afterwards. So here right there you can see that little gap right there where my finger is inside, right there in between the shoe and the drum. There's a little gap right there. So I'm gonna tighten it, and then that gap should close up. So we'll take a look. I tighten it up. So here's how it looks now. There's no gap. It's tight against, in between the right there in between the drum and the shoe. There's no gap right there. So now I'm just gonna do a half a turn to let it off some. So this is straight across here. I'm gonna turn it counterclockwise. That way it's on the other side across, and that should do the front brakes. And I'll do a video on the back another time. Hopefully you got something useful from this. Like, share, subscribe. And this is the driver's side after the adjustment. Here's the passenger side after adjustment. So most slack adjuster these days will self-adjust, but the reason for this video is if you ever have an instance where your brakes are, too tight or locking up, or it's uneven, it's not smoothly braking, If you have any hesitation braking or you hear noises, this can help eliminate that. Having them both even will help your braking to be much smoother. So that's why you might want to manually adjust your brakes